दरबार की जय।
जय श्री राम।
जय श्री राम।
जय श्री राम।
जय श्री राम।
जय 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 जय जय श्री
जय जय श्री
राम।
राम।
Once, a king, on his way back to his palace, notices a child playing in mud. Very confused, this king stops there and approaches this child and asks the child why he's covered in mud. And the child responds back and says that this mud is my identity. The king, very surprised by this mature response, also thinking that this child seems he does not have a home and I don't have a child, so maybe I could adopt this child, I could take him, look after him, and he could also have a home. Now, when he asks the child says, okay, but you will have to make two promises. You'll have to make two promises, and the king says, okay, go on. The child goes to the king that the first promise you'll have to make to me is that you'll always be there during the day with me, looking after me, and be with me. And the second promise is that at night, when I'm sleeping, you should stay awake and watch me and again look after me. Now the king, very surprised, in his head, in his mind, starts to think that, how is that possible? I have my own responsibilities during the day. I've got the duties and responsibilities of a king. And then at night, I will also need to sleep. And he answers back to the child and says, I'm sorry, but I'll be very honest with you, I cannot fulfill this promise of yours. And to this, the child goes, that is okay, because my God is with me at all times. My God is with me during the day, looking after me, guiding me, and even at night when I'm sleeping, He's there watching and making sure I am safe so I can sleep safely. Now, if we just look at this story and develop further from here, don't we all want a support like this that can guide us 24/7, look after us, understands each and every single thought, every single intention, every single need, and is there whenever the need is there? Now, we could call ourselves very lucky that we have a guru, that we've been blessed with a guru like that, who is there for us 24/7. We know that whenever we have something going on within us, a thought, a trouble, an issue, whatever it may be, we know that Guru Maharaj is there with us. We know that he guides us, he looks after us. Before we even go and pray before him, he comes and gives us the solution even before we ask for it. But then there is another problem. A problem that each and every single devotee, every single disciple faces. Before we go through that, just looking at things generally today in this world, we know People suffer from all sorts and types of phobias. Fear, phobia from water, from heights, from losing someone. There is endless type of fears that we all suffer from in today's time and society. And similarly, a disciple also goes through the same phobia, the same fear of being or getting disconnected, falling off the path of bhakti, getting distance from their guru. That fear of doing something wrong, that fear of falling off this path and not having that support system 24/7, that support that we've just heard about, that without even saying anything, we know that Guru Maharaj is with us. But there is that constant fear that what if we do something wrong? We as disciples, we are fearless, we should be fearless. Why do we fear? Why are we scared? We've got Brahm Gyan. And with this, a disciple went to Guru Maharaj and asked this question, that Guru Maharaj, we've got you, you are protecting us, but why do we have this fear? This fear of losing you, this fear of falling off this track. And Guru Maharaj very beautifully explains that this fear of not doing something wrong, of not taking the wrong decision, the wrong action, is actually a kripa, a blessing of a guru, because it keeps you connected with the guru. It puts you under pressure and makes you think constantly of what to do in order to stay on the right track. Maharaji further explained this example by asking a question. And the question that Guru Maharaji asked was that the battle between the Pandavas and Kauravas, why was it that the Kauravas lost the battle? The Kauravas were stronger, they were more experienced, they had a stronger army of soldiers. But why was it that the Kauravas lost against the Pandavas? When there was no response, Guru Maharaji explained by answering that the Kauravas were fearless. Where on the other side, the Pandavas were scared. They're scared of walking on the unrighteous path rather than the righteous path. They were scared that by doing something wrong, they may distance themselves from Lord Krishna. They knew that Lord Krishna was their support, was their support system. And they also knew that where there was Krishna, there was Dharma, there was righteousness. And where there was righteousness, there was Krishna. So they did not want to risk losing that connection between themselves and Lord Krishna. Today, this fear is needed as well. It's like a challenge that we need to stay on this path. But today, if we think or look at us as sadhaks, are we fulfilling our duties of a sadhak? Seva, Simran, Sadhana, Satsang. Are we doing what the Guru is expecting us to do? Do we have that fear? Do we actually think that Guru Maharaj is actually watching us 24/7? Before we were talking about that we want the support. See, we want the support 24/7, but do we actually understand this question? Or do we understand this point that maybe our Guru is watching us 24/7 as well. Because this helps us to understand that this is a two-way relationship. This is a two-way relationship. This is not just us and the Guru, this is the Guru-disciple relationship. And often, when we challenge our internal process, our thinking, where we stand, and what we want to achieve, and where we want to be, because us wanting that support system is one thing, but how is it that we can actually get that from the Guru? Because if there is no fear, if you're not scared about that point, then how can we actually continue getting the kripa of the Guru? Because this world is very evil. This world is constantly trying to distract us. It is constantly trying to pull us away from the mission. And there is a prayer, there is a prarthana that we will listen to. And then we will continue. But for that, I would like to request us all to close our eyes and listen to this prarthana. And we will then continue with the words of why it is important to have that fear and how to stay protected from this illusionary, this Mayavi world.
मेरे सपने